Yeah.
I can see it now. I can see it now. You going to your mom going, Dr. Deborah, can you sew me a pocket inside of my jacket? It
It's to
doesn't
hold
have
my
one
extra sticks. You know what I'm saying? In case I drop one.
or
Yeah.
one break.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Did y'all rock with it, lean with it, and all that?
Yeah. Yeah. All your typical like high school marching band stuff. Yeah, we did it. We did it.
I love it. I seriously, I can't get the picture out of my head.
No, me either. Now,
It's a good
this
picture.
was before meth,
Getting on
It's
the
a
right?
good
wall.
picture. Yes, this was before me.
Because that'd be difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. This video is going to get took down in no time.
I'm gonna call about this tree. Ooh. I'm coming. Coming. Butt crack plumbing. I'm looking for the tree service. Yeah, that's what I meant. Timber tree service. I was seeing if you could come look at a tree for me next week. I could squeeze you in, man. I think I could squeeze you in.
Don't get fooled like Peyton and call just anyone. You need a name you can trust. Call Buckeye Preferred Services. They are insured with over 35 years experience in custom tree felling, crown reduction, whole tree removal, as well as stump grinding and cleanup. They are cutting out your problems one limb at a time, serving the greater Middle Georgia area and beyond. You can find their Facebook in the description and call them at 478-484-2178 or 478-278-5574.
Well, hello, and welcome back to another edition of the Coffee and Ketchup podcast. I'm your host, Chris.
This feels like a radio call-in show.
That's what y'all were supposed to be like. I'm Brian,
Chris,
and I'm Derek.
I was waiting to hit you with
The Coffee and Ketchup podcast, where our opinions are said out loud for no apparent reason.
Welcome, Chris.
Welcome, Chris. Welcome, listeners. We're glad you could join us today. Just want to thank you for listening in and tuning in with us today.
For all of you on your lunch break, go with the grilled chicken.
You know, some of the sweet sounds of coffee and ketchup. I could do it.
Where are we going?
Who's your boss,
I
Derek?
don't know,
Listen,
man.
who's your boss, Derek? I'm gonna
This
get your
is
job,
not.
son.
This is not what's on the whiteboard.
This is what I love
Listen, dude,
about
it's
coffee
just
and ketchup.
it's soft and smooth,
soft.
you know. No, thank you all for tuning in today. We got a great episode as always in store for you. If you will, please look down to either your bottom left under this video or your bottom right under this video, even though that's your right and that's your left. And smash that subscribe button. It costs $3.
Free.
$0.00. And it really does go a long way to support us. If you will, just hit that like button as well. Make sure that you're hitting that button and subscribing so we can get all those notifications back, and we know whether what we're doing is good and or bad. Brian and I look at the analytics a lot. Derek, he looks.
I do.
He looks.
I kind of do.
He looks.
He asked me.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Most of the time he looks and goes, he'll like screenshot it. Chris, what does this mean?
That's fair.
You know what I mean? That means that we make YouTube videos, Derek. Ah, cool. No cap. We're going to have to teach you some young words one of these days, Derek.
Oh, I've been trying to use some.
Have you?
100.
Yeah.
He does.
100.
He
Hey,
hit me with the 100 on the text.
I'm not going to lie, man. The vibes went from very low to off. You know what I mean? So they're peaking right now, but they're high. We got a new board this morning, and you know, one thing after another, troubleshooting for a little while. But I think we've got it all worked out. For those who can't tell, Look at these.
Them
Look at
nice.
these
We
chairs.
got chairs.
Look at
Them
these.
nice.
Look at these.
That is nice.
Read over this. Look at these.
Whole remodel
I
of
mean,
the studio, if you will.
listen. So we got the
It's
table,
crazy.
we got
Yeah.
the chairs, we got the board. I think we're in the process of getting a new camera.
New camera.
I mean, listen,
It's
we're on the up and up.
insane.
One day we're gonna get the front to the table. Um, probably not anytime soon, but
I'm sure
but the
we'll have it
table is
soon.
The table's
fantastic.
fire now.
Then I can go back to not wearing shoes again.
I have to let Bassett Home Improvement know that I'm finna cut it up too. I got a hole saw. We're about to put the thing so the wires can come up through the table and make it look real clean and professional.
I told some
Get some
people
of
that
this
we're
crap off the top.
gonna get the front of the table, and everyone's like, "Well, then we can't see Derek without his shoes on."
Sure, we got a camera so you can't see Derek's feet. If you would like to, though, we're going to set up a OnlyFans page, Derek, for Derek's feet. Please
with
subscribe
with
there,
socks.
With socks.
with or without. We'll have him make deer tracks with his naked feet and charge money for that.
Hey, not a bad
Yeah,
idea.
hey,
We had talked one time about school stories months ago, and then Christmas came along, and then New Year's, and then we've had guests for the past 3 weeks. What's some good school stories from high school y'all remember?
I-
Fun, funny, serious, educational, whatever you want to go with. What's that? What's those 2 school stories that just pop in your head when you talk about high school and think about high school?
I'm gonna be honest. I think you two had very different high school experiences than what I had.
I am sure.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many like good stories I have from high school.
I don't know. Well, maybe you need to kick this off. I don't know.
Usually,
I've
you give us a
got-
heads up. You'll like text the group chat and be like, "Listen, man, I want to talk about some high school
We
stuff."
did.
we talked about it
That's
in
been 6 months
November.
ago.
It's
Yeah.
been a while.
I forgot.
It's been a while.
It's been longer than the actual amount of time I spent in high school.
That's true. Hey, we can go middle school for you, Chris. You left unexpectedly or against your will.
Oh man. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to okay, not gonna talk about when I got suspended, not gonna talk about when I got IFS.
Oh, it could be any of that.
I'm
bro.
trying to
It
think
don't
like
have to be.
Yeah.
It don't have to be like you remember when we talked about World War II. You know, it don't have to be something like that. I mean, it could be something. I'll start it off.
Yeah, you
please,
start.
Can I help you?
You started off.
Yeah, because
This
I
was
need time
Derek's
to think.
idea, and he's over there
It
like
was.
deer in the headlights.
Now, okay.
Well, Derek was in high school in
I re-
1945.
He was right after the
It's been
war.
quite a little while.
They didn't even talk about Pearl Harbor
He
then
was
'cause
he
it
was
had just
drafted
happened.
into World War II at like
I
13 or
lived
14,
it.
and then he
I
came
lived
back and went to high school. Back when you could smoke marbles in the school.
Kevin's got
Every
more high school
desk had an
stories than all
ashtray.
of us.
Yeah, he does.
Kevin's got more high school stories than all of us because he had more years of it than all of us.
God, catching strays, man. God. Kevin taking shots as you.
But
Well,
I
well,
was so glad that he took one for the team and went back another year. Because then I got to be there. My
then you got to
freshman
talk
year.
crap to everybody because
Yeah,
they
bro.
knew and they wouldn't do
Absolutely.
nothing. That's true. That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, my principal called me to the office one day, and I had no idea for what. And so I go up there. I was a senior, and the way we did lunch periods, it was 2 or 3. They called it waves,
Yeah.
lunch waves.
Yeah.
It was 2 or 3. I can't remember. But I was in the lunch wave with a bunch of underclassmen. Like I was one of the only seniors in the lunch period, and especially the group of friends that I hung out with. I was the only one in there. So I was hanging out with a bunch of guys that were sophomores and juniors. And of course, they would dare me to do the wild stuff. And of course, I had to do it because I had a reputation to keep. So, principal calls me up to the office one day and he's like, "Hey, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I know you're starting food fights in the lunchroom." Not me. Not
So
doing it.
you were guilty of many things, but not actually the
Well, my excuse and the reasoning behind telling him I'm not starting any food fights is truthfully because no one would throw any food back at me. So that's not technically
so
a
it's
food
like a
fight.
food solo.
That's right. That's
Gotcha.
Like, it's
Okay,
like a
okay.
food drive-by.
Gotcha.
There was no like war going on. And
Sure.
so I'm like, I'm not doing anything, whatever. So he's like, "I just want you to know, like you've been warned, I'm going to catch you." And so, all right, we'll see. So there's glass.
I'm just gonna get you.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to put cattle on your butt. So there's glass all on the wall over there, where the hallway is, and there's a
You mean like a window?
Yeah, it's just,
glass window, same thing, man. Be open minded, Chris. Follow me. You know
I'm just like picturing broken glass on like this wall. You know, on like the wall behind, like this
that food he was throwing was hard.
You gonna pay for all them windows you busted with them apples in there, boy. No, no, it's window.
It's a window, sure, into a hallway, not like an exterior window.
Yeah, but the whole wall
You
is
can walk.
window.
Yeah, it's
The whole
Right.
wall is- The whole wall is
so you can
glass.
see into the
Yeah,
cafeteria
and
if your
it's
teacher
sunk
walking
down.
by.
It's sunk down.
Yeah,
We were
yeah,
modern.
yeah.
We were
Almost
way,
like a bowl.
we were way before our time. You literally walk down into the lunchroom. It's sunken down in. So when you're
That's right.
standing at that glass, the hallway's like almost to your face.
Okay.
Yeah, and you remember all
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Probably to
There's
your face, Derek's waist.
True.
Carry on. Hey, raise your chair. Never mind. I didn't know if you knew that thing would raise up.
It's up all the way.
Go ahead.
Microphone's all the way down.
So you look down into the bowl. You're looking down into the bowl, the Shamrock Bowl,
right.
the
The
eating
Shamrock Bowl in the lunchroom. The Shamrock lunchroom.
the mini bowl.
And there's two
The cereal
classrooms
bowl.
on that hallway that
Okay.
that you can see from the lunchroom and that can see from their classroom to the lunchroom. So anyway, we're in there. I think it was probably a Friday because that would have been a good day to do it. My friend Dan Hook, shout out Dan, he says, "BK, there ain't no teachers in here today." And I looked around and there were no there's one table over in the corner where all the teachers would sit. And then there's like one of the coaches would walk around as the the lunchroom monitor. And sure enough, there was no teachers in there. And so I'm looking around for Coach Bars, and I'm like, they've lost their mind. There is no adult supervision in here today.
Yeah, they're tripping.
They're tripping hard.
BK's off in that lunchroom.
So I don't remember what it
Just
was
squad.
that we had on our plates, but whatever it was that I felt like would be the best item of food to throw, I grabbed it and I stood up and I threw it across the lunchroom, man. I think it was like fruit salad or something. It was several things because it sprayed out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just like a one bullet. It was like a shotgun blast. And it went over there, and then I grabbed something off somebody else's plate and I threw it across.
So are you just to be clear? Are you throwing this like at people? Is
Oh,
this
for
like
sure,
hitting
yeah.
people?
Yeah.
Did you walk out of the cafeteria? Dude, if you throw like food at people in cafeteria at Westside High School,
Well, this wasn't West
you
Side.
are finna start a fight. Like you were
I
getting
was
your
trying.
ass whooped.
Maybe not.
Might get murked.
I was a bad man, Chris. You don't know this. I've calmed down a lot.
Okay,
in my
so
old
a
age.
couple good handfuls of your
Couple
food,
of
other
good
people's food,
fools, man, going across,
just spraying innocents.
spraying folks, man, like the Orchid Man. I'm up in there spraying, bro. Nobody does anything. Like nobody throws anything back. I'm like, man, these folks are boring. Because see, when I was coming up as a freshman, the senior class, the guys that I looked up to, I could name names, but I'm not. But the guys that I looked up to that I thought were the cool guys, they would do that, and they would throw, and they would have literal food fights, and I thought that was just like epic in school. But nothing, no one would participate. I'm disappointed. Go back to class. I think an hour or two later, I get called up to the office, and I'm like, oh, whatever, and I get up there, and the principal's like, I told you I was gonna get you. And
He
I'm
got
like,
you on camera.
they had set me up, bro. No teachers go in the lunchroom. We're gonna bait him up. They put a camera. Like back then, bro. Wasn't no little phone camera, bro. I mean, it's a big VHS, like
You don't have like cameras, like
No.
security cameras?
No, dude, this is in
92, man.
This is a long time
1992,
ago.
man. We didn't have West Side cameras. We was Dublin High School,
You
baby.
gotta remember you were 4 at this time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
well,
Age gap.
it's not just Westside. Like I'm sure high
Oh,
schools
yeah,
here now have
for
like
Now
sure.
they do.
Yeah.
okay, so back then
Back then,
they had like a third the camera that Celine brought.
yeah, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Looked like the dude on the sideline at the Super Bowl.
They had
We got him. Hold on, it's a 40 pound camera.
Who's the strongest guy you got in weightlifting? We need to borrow him during lunch.
They had to set it up the night before, like run the wires and stuff.
Oh, God. Satellite dish in the lunchroom.
They had this separate like satellite thing that you get the sound from over here.
That was the guy holding.
He's on the ball.
Was your buddy in on it?
No. My buddy.
So it was just the
my,
teacher.
Just the teachers were in on it. Like no one going to this first lunch way, whatever.
They recorded it in like 140p.
Yeah.
You see that blur right there? That's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
No, I mean, it was like, see all them pixels moving around.
We know that's you.
I can identify that blur. I can identify that blur in the court of law. They had put construction paper on the little window in the door and cut out I ain't gonna say a little hole. It's about like that for the lens, and put the camera up there.
That's so
where
crazy.
I sat. And I
James Bond.
I claimed that I didn't throw any food, and he's like, "Is that what you want to stick with?" And I'm like,
Absolutely.
I didn't throw any food."
Absolutely.
And so he's like,
I'll deny the video.
"Miss Williams, bring that on in here," and she starts rolling in.
Oh my God, like a roll
TV.
that you watch like Bill Nye on
with a freaking VCR player.
gosh.
And she pops it in, and I'm like,
Starts off with static, and all of a sudden,
"Oh yeah."
Hold on,
but
it's about to pick
you
up.
don't
It's about to
hear-
start.
You don't hear anything, of course, but you see me like, look. And he's like,
yeah, that's
and
me.
he's laughing because as a teenager, and you're dealing with an adult, you think like they're like mad, and they're pissed because I'm in here clowning, throwing food. But he was laughing. He thought it was hilarious. Probably that he caught me. Like,
Yeah, probably.
And that you denied it
not
too.
funny that I was throwing food, but just funny. Like, I can't believe we did this to this guy, and I was like, "You got me." I mean, I didn't know you was talking about throwing today. Yeah, you got me. So, and I was like, I just got one request, man. He's like, what? I said, if I graduate, let me get that tape. And he's like, I'll give it to you.
If I graduate.
He did.
And he didn't?
No, he did.
Where does he live? We'll find him. We'll
I
find
don't
him.
know where he's at now. He's not around here.
Sad. Well, Derek's probably got a VCR, but so we wouldn't even be able to watch it.
He got.
Yeah, I got one.
He got. He got
God,
fired
he's
2
got one
weeks
right
later.
Huh?
He got fired
That's
2
a
weeks
combo
later.
VCR DVD.
Yeah. He got caught with marijuana in his desk. I told him I was
That's
gonna
why he was
get him.
laughing.
I told him I was gonna get him.
That's it. Got him. You know what I mean?
Coming in with my own camera. Oh, what do we have in Mr. His office? I painted up to his door first. They had his name. Uh-huh. Looky here.
Goodness gracious.
Oh yeah, that's my one.
That's a pretty good one. For anybody that's curious on what camera quality was back then, if you'll go down to the bottom right, click on the little gears with your settings. When it pulls it, go to quality and just go to the lowest thing. It's either going to be like 144, 480, something like. Just go to the lowest thing it says. And as blurry as it is right now, that's exactly how it was back then. Terrible. Terrible.
Could you imagine if I had that though? If I still had that tape?
No, because you would be like, "Hey, man, we got to find a way to like rip it off the VCR and then put it on. We could put it, show everybody on the podcast."
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I remember back when it first started, I would like freak out. It'd be like Sunday, and Brian would like tell you, "Hey, man, can we get this? Hey, can we add this picture in here? Hey, man, can we do this?" And I'm like, "All right, I got to do it." You know what I mean? And like trying to figure out. And well, no, now he's just like, "Hey, man, can we? No, check in." Never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I quit asking.
It'll just be something simple, man. Can we change the title of the? Nope. Lock in forever.
Done.
You know what I mean? It'll never change. I don't know, man. I played in the marching band for a little while until I got kicked out of the marching band.
For?
Drinking. All of my stories just kind of like end like that. I was doing something stupid. It was very fun. Then I got in trouble and caught, and it was no longer as much fun. That's pretty much all my stories. I enjoyed playing in the band though, on the drum line.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
fun.
It was a lot of fun.
So
I wished I had done that.
Like I'm not gonna do like specific ones about like, oh, this time I did this
That's
stupid
fine.
thing.
I don't expect you to, but what I picture is you're out there on the field on a Friday night,
Yeah.
in the drum line,
Yeah.
and you reach into your back pocket, pull out
A flask.
On the field. Yeah.
pull out a flask, shove one of the sticks like.
Listen,
And then you put it in your back pocket, and then you going back to big.
you got to
Like
remember that.
keeping the
You got to
beat
remember
going.
though. This is like 2003, where the camera quality was much better. We had to be a little bit more sneaky about it.
So you got to give me a little bit more than that for drinking. I mean, were you drinking on the field? Were you drinking during
No,
practice?
I had
I bet.
I had gotten
On the bus.
some like liquor out. It was
Yeah.
an away game, and I got some liquor out of my dad's cabinet or whatever. Did the whole thing that you see in movies, like fill back up with water and all that crap.
Ferris Bueller.
And like put it in little bottles, and we took it, and then we drank it on the bus to the away game. Me and like 3 or 4 of the people had a good time. They were suspicious, didn't have any evidence, and then like the other 3 guys that
Ratted you out
ratted me out.
because you're the one that brought it.
Yeah.
What kind of liquor was
See,
it?
we didn't rat
I
on
don't know.
folks, man. In Dublin, man, you get wimped up for that, bro.
Hey, listen, messing with them white folks in band. You know what I mean? Who knew that a bunch of white boys in band weren't like from the street, weren't real G's?
Yeah. They folded like a chair, son.
What kind of drums did
You
you
know what
play?
I
Was
mean?
it a snare drum?
Quads.
I played the snares for like some of the more like concert style in the marching band. though I played quads.
I know you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was the same time that the movie Drumline came out.
Oh,
So like,
fire.
we did a bunch of stuff
Fire.
like that. Then we'd have
And then you said, "Let me slip this jig."
you know what I mean? And then I dropped all my stuff because I was
Here
wasted.
you go.
Yeah, yeah. Man, hold my beer.
Did you have a headband on too?
Yeah, we had headband. Yeah, we had like a T-shirt. So when we got in the stands,
Yeah.
we would take our marching band jackets off.
Oh.
We had the matching T-shirts up under.
And
Head
your
up.
flask would fall out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And we had it stuck. I taped to the bottom side of my drum. Yeah.
I can see it now. I can see it now. You going to your mom, going, "Dr. Deborah, can you sew me a pocket inside of my jacket? It
It's to
doesn't
hold
have
my
one
extra sticks. You know what I'm saying? In case I drop one.
or
Yeah.
one break."
Oh, my. Did y'all rock with it, lean with it, and all that?
Yeah. Yeah. All your typical like high school marching band stuff. Yeah, we did it. We did it.
I love. I seriously, I can't get the picture out of my head.
No, me either. Now,
It's a good
this
picture.
was before meth,
on
It's
right?
a good picture. Yes, this was before me.
Because that'd be difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. This video is going to get took down in no time. Yeah. And Mom, I'm sorry about bringing this up. My mom always says that like that's the time when she realized that like I wasn't just a teenager. Like she realized like I wasn't just a teenager, kind of just having fun. She was like, this may be a problem.
It's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I hope
Be a problem.
Roy, we got a problem on our hands.
But don't worry. Our problem only lasted for another 14 years.
Hey, what's beautiful though, on homecoming game, it was tequila. That was an ultimate. Get slammed. Oh, that's how he did the tequila. The shots of tequila.
Lick it.
Suck it, slam it. And that-
Slam it. You ever shot tequila?
apparently not.
Oh, confused. Like,
So,
you just see drunk following it. Going in. Oh, God.
oh gosh.
I don't know if I've ever shot tequila like that.
You had
Really?
when you lick the salt. You
Yeah, salt, lime, and
This sounds like something that you do like
No,
when you go
shit.
out to a bar or if you're like having a responsible evening shooting tequila at your house.
Yeah.
And
Either
not
way.
just turning up a bottle in a hotel room, which is mainly how I shot tequila.
Okay. You know. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
oh,
I didn't like go to the liquor store and be like, what would you suggest to go with my Cuervo tonight? You know what I mean?
I would go to the produce department in a grocery store, Publix mostly, and grab the little. They look like a fake lime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Squeeze lime.
I'd use those.
Yeah, the
Do
artificial
it in my
lime.
house. I'd salt, lime, and liquor it up the house.
Again, you're having like a
Between my hits of crack cocaine. This took a turn.
yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't on the board.
Yeah, the number one thing up there for the play was like number one. We're gonna talk about school stories from high school, and this.
All of a sudden we're shooting
Here
tequila.
we are.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I just need to grab this cake from Mama real quick, and then we can go ahead and go over there.
This guy again?
You have got to be kidding me.
Hey boys, I got y'all's cake right here, man. Oh, I got it right here. Wait till you get a load of this.
Derek, come on, man. I got somebody way better.
Hey, suit yourself, fellas.
Always go with someone you can count on. Emerald City Sweets is locally female owned and operated. They have been in business since 2019. They are open Tuesday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They serve soups, salads, sandwiches, and of course, cupcakes. They offer custom cakes and sweets for your every occasion. Located at 302 Pine Forest Street in Dublin, Georgia, they can be reached at 478-205-5385. Again, that's 478-205-5385. And their Facebook is linked in the description. Get your event done right with Emerald City Sweets.
That is way better.
Derek,
Please
So,
get
top
something.
that.
Let's do something much more positive, Derek.
I don't know how positive this one's going to be, but I was in actually, and I'm going to tell this to the best of my recollection. I was in 7th or 8th grade.
Is that high school?
No, it was in junior high. And
Didn't know we could do
Same
that.
as middle school for you, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know we could do that. I have much more positive, uplifting stories from junior high.
I don't know if this one's
It's in high school. It says HS on the board.
Yeah, well, this was what I this I guess is one of those stories. And with you being so much younger, I mean, I guess it'd be kind of good to get your input on this too when I get done telling the story. But so I was in 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, and the teacher that I had, we were actually going to lunch. She'd make us line up. We were supposed to go to the lunchroom and eat. Some folks had been being loud, in the hallway and stuff. And
Not you.
no, not me. And I was a good kid, especially in
Brian and
seventh,
Kevin
eighth,
type of
seventh,
That is
eighth
true.
grade.
Very
So anyway, I played baseball at the time, recreation baseball. I had like a strawberry, cherry, whatever you want to call it, on my arm from sliding because I always loved to slide. And we're lining up in the hallway, and Chris is going, I don't know if I believe this story. And we're lining up in the hallway, and somebody bumped my arm. So I turned around and looked at him. I said, man, watch what you're doing, or something like that. Well, the teacher comes up to me, and she gets right in my face. And again,
And timeout. You're what grade?
seventh or eighth.
7th or 8th. I'm going to say 7th.
And so that would have been what year? I graduated in 90, so let's
90.
back up.
Would have been 85,
85?
85, 86. Yeah.
So the teacher comes up to me. So we're in 1985, and she pops me on the face, which Chris doesn't look stunned at all by that. But I was like, holy cow, this teacher just popped me in my face. So I was a little bit freaked out, like, how did this just happen? And I tried to explain to her, but she popped me in the face. And again, Mama remembers the story like it happened yesterday.
Oh, God.
So needless to say, I went home and I was like, I need to tell Mama about this teacher popping me in the face. And so I went and told her. She was livid. She went from 0 to 20. And she skipped past 10. She went straight to 20. She called the principal and said, we're having a conference tomorrow about the teacher so-and-so putting her hands on my son's face. He was kind of freaked out, like, oh, crap. So needless to say, Mama goes down to school. I'm in the little area outside the principal's office. And I think they may have called me in afterwards.
That's a terrible feeling too. When you're just like, you want all this kind of stuff to be over, you know what I mean? And now you got to sit there because they're like, like oh, mom and the teacher, you know what I mean?
I go into the room after Mama, the principal, and the teacher have had a conference that didn't last very long. I come in and the teacher, apologizes to me and tells me she's sorry that she did that.
And then slaps him again.
No,
Or by that first one, I should have done it harder.
no,
I can't believe you ratted me
I don't
out.
know why, but for some reason her face had a red streak across it. I'm kidding.
Sharon said, "You want one too?"
So
Put it past it.
No.
But long story short, I remember Mama telling me this later on, because obviously I was a kid. I mean, I was young. So all of it was just weird to me, like, because Mama had never put her hand on my face, on my butt lots of times, but never on my face. So I was really taken back. And I can remember her telling me, years later, she was like, yeah, she said she was worried about her job and the school system was worried about me basically suing. I mean, because, but obviously she didn't want that. She wanted that teacher to know never again. She said, if you want to put your hands on him, she said, he's got a place the good Lord gave him, and that's his butt.
Sharon just wanted a one. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was.
You get that?
No, I got no clue what he's talking about.
Shooting a one is like when you want to fight somebody one-on-one.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to settle this. I'm going to shoot you a one. We're going to settle this.
She was, she would probably tell the story and get just as passionately angry about it today as she did back in '85.
Yeah.
Today.
Ain't no doubt. Sweet woman, brother.
But anyway, that was
sweet woman, but
don't mess with him.
Come at them Cubs, boy.
It was, I don't know, that whole experience was just weird, I guess you'd say, because who would have thought, if that would have happened these days?
Yeah.
Well, or would have happened.
Derek's not going to tell you this part, but I remember this vividly. He went to school the next day, and there was a substitute for the rest of the year, and they still haven't found that teacher.
Yeah, she's still missing to this day.
To this day.
What a great topic. That was not really positive at all.
No, yeah. Like I said, I'm terrible story. I'm going to disappoint you.
You know what I mean?
I think my story was the positive out of the three.
Which is crazy.
That's awesome.
I think you started like middle high.
Yeah.
And we just tanked it.
Yeah, you guys did, but I'm happy about it.
Very nice. High five.
But I like I don't
mind
to me, Chris's is the funniest though.
Oh, for sure.
Because you got that vision.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't get it out of my head.
It was a real, it was a real dark point in time in my life that my family's still ashamed of me for. So I'm glad we could all get a laugh about it.
What was weird is they were all watching it on the football field, and they couldn't see Chris for a minute. He's as tall as he is, 6'7", whatever it is.
I was hiding behind the bass drum.
Down behind the bass drum.
He was ducked down, reached for the flask inside of his sock. Or Deborah had put him
for his extra.
That's right.
Good stuff. I was telling Chris this the other day, and I think we all probably deal with this, but like it blows my mind how every Monday morning for the last year and a half here, I get in my car about 7:45, and I go.
Stop the cap. Oh, did he go get something to eat and then would come to work?
Yeah.
Do what?
He would leave with just enough time to get to work and then go get breakfast.
And of all places, Chick-fil-A. I didn't go to Wendy's where there's one car and drive-through.
Right.
I go to Chick-fil-A, 2 lanes, backed up to the beginning of.
But you'll still get out quicker at Chick-fil-A than you would Wendy's.
Yeah. And my phone would always pop up Google Maps like 35 minutes to 106 East Smith Road, and where the job is. And then, oddly enough, on Tuesday mornings when I would go in late, I would go get in my car really close to the same time, 7:45, and it would pop up the address for Cardinal Healthcare in Sandersville, where I would go every Tuesday morning. And it just started like blowing my mind. And then I would come home on Thursdays at lunch, and I'd come home and change clothes, get in my car about 1 or 1:30, and it'd pop up Veterans for Planet Fitness, the address for Planet Fitness, like it knows where I'm going. And I got to thinking, like, yeah, Life 360, you can keep up where people are at and where they're going and all that if you give them permission to or whatever. But what if we get to a day where, like, I don't know, like I was thinking, what if, like, you broke up with a girl or something, and then you go to get in your car, and it pops up 35 miles to 106 East Smith Road. Watch out. Betty's down there at the end of Shamrock Drive waiting on you. Or, hey, 35 miles to East Smith Road over in Cochran. But watch out. Going down 80, there's a sheriff deputy pulling up over there at Bethsaida. Watch out for him. He's on your right. What if it just started warning you about all kinds of stuff like that?
They already do the police one.
But they don't. Okay, how do they do it though?
Like if
Ways.
You have to be active. No,
Would
no,
you-
Google does it.
Google
Yeah.
will just tell you randomly out of the blue.
No, you have to be like, I'm not sure why you're getting these
I'm not either.
addresses. Do you have Google Maps open all the time?
No.
So like if I go to Google Maps and I say I need to get from here to there,
Sure.
like it will let me know,
Sure.
hey, there's a speed trap in 5 miles.
Totally
somewhere.
understand
There's a
that
wreck. I mean,
because you
I don't know why your Google Maps is just telling you these things.
I don't know either, but I'm just waiting for it to tell me some really.
You need to stop it from running in the background.
Yeah, I do. I swipe it up.
That just closes it out for like the face of it, right? Still probably running as a background.
Oh, running in the
You
back.
need to give it permission to only
When
have
I
your
open it.
location
Only when using
you
the
have
app.
the app.
Only when using the app.
Yeah, you need to change it. I can't tell you how to do it. I don't know how to do it on the iPhone, but you need to change the permission for it.
Interesting.
Are you not? Are you serious?
Yeah, sorry.
You do this for like money, like real money.
I-
You get paid to do this on the
I
radio.
swear I had it on
You
vibrate.
can't have your phone off?
No, I know whose ring that is too. That's that Cindy Lauper. Girls just want to have fun ringtone.
Sorry, man.
Cool.
Now I don't even know where you're.
Sorry.
Google Maps.
All right, man. Hey, we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Derek has.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, it does already do stuff like that. And people talk about like, oh my God, this thing popped up and I was just talking about it. Yeah, because your
It's
phone
listening.
listens to you.
Yeah.
Google has a thing
Yeah.
called AdSense, and it uses information from listening and from what you search on
Oh
the web
yeah,
and stuff
for
like that
sure.
to
Yeah,
give you a customized ad experience.
sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's a great thing.
Facebook
You know what I mean?
does it too.
Absolutely.
I
You know what
mentioned
mean?
the guy's name in conversation yesterday. I do not know this man.
People you may know.
Yep.
Suggested them. Sure.
Actually, I didn't mention it. Someone I was with mentioned his
Doesn't
name
matter.
one or two times, first and last name. And then yesterday morning, he pops up in my people you may know. Actually, I don't. But thanks for listening.
The person I was talking to does.
But it's going to just get advanced, is what my point.
Yeah,
is.
it's going to keep.
Gonna
It's
grow.
going to keep going.
Like one morning I'm going to get in my car. It's going to say 3 miles to Planet Fitness. There's 72 people working out in there. 4 of them are working on arms. 17 of them are on
This
the treadmill.
machine is not available.
Yeah, dude.
Your usual machine is
I'm
not.
telling you.
But wouldn't that be nice though?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean, it would be it. You would get. I'm not going to get off on a conspiracy theory, or I might.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, we're a little over halfway through, so you're
You
fine.
get slowly acclimated into this stuff, and it becomes more normal. That would have freaked me out 2 years ago.
Okay. To be fair, electricity was the same way.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And
Electricity wasn't something though, because see, all right, if we're gonna get there, I'm gonna go there.
okay,
The reason that it kind of freaks me out a little bit, because I'll just be honest, it kind of concerns me a little bit, and I don't know how to really interpret what it says, but talking about the mark and all that kind of stuff, we've been hearing for years about the chip or on the forehead or in the hand. I mean, is that what we're going to? Are we getting to that point to where the phone's going to be in us or in our brains
I think
eventually, so
that
that we don't have to have this in our hand all the time, and we can just
possibly,
I can just think, hey, call Chris Ruzz, and it starts to call you,
sure,
and I have a conversation with you.
possibly.
Riding down the road with my hand off the steering
I'm
wheel. and my
sure that
foot off
there
the
are
gas.
people working on that.
Sure.
I think that is a much bigger jump than what some people may. I
Same as
don't
they thought about electricity.
No, but I'm saying, but
You
like
see
the
what I'm saying?
development of electricity took a while. I think that technology, I'm sure people are working on it, and I'm sure we'll get there someday. I'm not sure if that's like a in our lifetime development.
I don't know either.
It very well may be. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that it's going to be like mandatory one day or nothing like that. I may do it.
It would be
Why-
convenient to go to the store and buy something in it.
Yeah,
So
let's.
that
just having
scares
chip
me.
from your. So basically,
But
the
that's-
same technology from your
Yeah,
phone
that's
into your
my
body.
point. Yeah,
Okay. Do you think you're going to have to do it?
that's the $1 million question.
wish-
You don't have to have a phone.
I wish I knew how to make moonshine.
I do.
My brother does.
I'm just trying to change the subject. That's all.
Why do you want to make moonshine?
No, I was just
Make some money.
y'all talking about how
Derek
things
Lamar's
how,
Yeah,
bootleg.
how
back-
things
yeah,
how things have progressed.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. But I will say this, talking about, and I don't think that this was a phone thing. This actually happened. My favorite smell in the entire world Chris?
It's fire,
Fire.
but not like
Something burning.
yeah. It's so like you
Fire.
candles are probably 3.
Mhm.
Probably fireplace fires would be like number 2. But the burning, the outdoor burning, and like the randomly, like we're burning a field, the
Uh-huh.
the burning smell of like natural area, that's his number 1.
Grass.
That's 3 for
Love
me.
it.
Burning grass.
I love it. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So I was off work the other day. I'm not joking. This is true. And I was leaving the gym, and me and Google Maps were having a conversation about me getting home because I
And who was
obviously
on the way?
yeah.
Who was on the way too? So
Yeah, and who all was parked on the side of the road and who could be possibly watching me and following me. And I see smoke, massive, what do you call it? Pillar
sure,
of smoke
sure.
in the distance. And I'm like, I'm going. I'm going to find
Yeah,
it.
he'll chase it down.
I didn't think it was a house on fire or anything like that. I figured it was someone burn. I thought it was probably someone burning brush.
Mhm.
They were burning a field, come to find out. But I started heading that way in the direction of where the smoke was coming from, which was off, basically off Walt Dairy Road. It was off in that direction. So I start heading in that direction. And I get my phone and I go to my Apple Music and I go to songs and I hit shuffle. First song it started playing.
Let me guess. Bad Company. There's no smoke without the fire.
Nope.
Leonard Skinnerd. That smell.
Yeah, that's a true story. That's the song that it randomly picked to play out of 1,000 and something songs in my Apple Music because it just randomly shuffles through whatever I've got in my library.
Mm-hmm.
And it went with Leonard Skinner, that smell, as I'm going to find that smell.
Can you smell that smell?
Were you happy about that?
Yeah, I thought it was just a sign.
Okay.
I loved it.
So, and I guess that's my big thing because we're getting back onto it. I wasn't done with it yet. I guess that's my big thing with it is like as we talk about AI and how like my phone listens to you, I would rather have a personalized ad experience. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I would rather it
Yeah.
kind of just do it like, okay,
Yeah.
listening to like I don't have anything going on that I think like necessarily is bad to like they listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's lines that they cross that I would
Oh,
think
yeah.
are not all right. You know what I mean? Maybe some like super personal information.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, I mean, I think like I'm not really worried about people stealing my identity.
Uh-huh.
You're finna give it back. You know what I mean? You don't want a 480 credit score, and $30,000 in credit card debt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those numbers are fudged a little
on.
bit.
Let me look
They're
right
actually
here.
a little bit higher.
Google Maps is now telling us that we're doing a good job on the podcast. And to keep it up, our numbers are rising.
Yeah,
I don't mind
I
that.
appreciate it.
I
You
don't
know what I mean?
mind that.
You know,
Not at
So
all.
I've got I guess, I probably shouldn't even say this.
Say it.
I may let the cat out of the bag. Maybe
I'm not going to edit it out. You better be
giving away a secret here.
Let
So
the kitten out of the.
I've got my routine every Saturday. I go shopping. I try to go to the stores where I can buy.
I hit the Kroger's and the Walmart's.
This-
I hit 3 or 4 of them.
Aldi's. Aldi's on the list now.
Aldi.
They got good bread. So anyway, I'm very strategic about
I believe that.
when I go. I don't park too close to the buggy return, but I don't park too far from it either. And the reason behind that is because you have some. If you're close enough, folks ain't gonna be that sorry. They're gonna push it back. They're like, it's 3 paces down. I'm gonna push my buggy back. So I highly recommend if you ever go shopping that you don't get too far away from the buggy return, but you don't get too close to it either.
Okay, so because now you're saying for you want to take it back, so you want it to be easier.
I want it to be easier for me. Yes.
Sure, Brian, are you taking it back or are you dumping it off somewhere?
Oh, I always take it back.
I will take it. I don't care. It could be
Yeah.
a mile.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
take
taking
it back, and I'll take
But-
somebody else.
anything on the way. Anything on the
here's
way.
the
I'm
thing,
taking
though.
it back.
If you park far away from the buggy collection area, then it's more likely that somebody's going to leave theirs because you got the sorry person out there that's not going to walk it back.
Right.
They're just going to park it. They're going to leave it out in the parking lot.
Sure.
So if you're far away, the likelihood that's going to happen is greater, my opinion. If you're close but not right there at it, then I think the likelihood that somebody's not going to leave it hanging out there.
So give them that parking space.
Give What do
So
you mean?
you want to give them the farther ones away? You want to take up the closer ones?
You want to go about 3 to 4 spots away from the buggy return.
For you, or you're
Yes,
just letting
for
other
me.
people know?
For me.
Because you need to be close to do it.
Because I'm close to it, and if somebody parks anywhere in that proximity of me,
You don't feel
like
responsible to take other people's buggies.
I feel like that they're going to take their buggy back. If
What does
somebody,
that have to do with you and your buggy?
because that's why I
Now go
park
back
where I
into
park. That's why I
Oh,
park.
so this is you don't want to back into any buggies left behind.
I don't want somebody to leave a buggy behind and it roll into my truck.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out like how
Gotcha.
people's
I got
buggies
you.
affected you.
Yeah, that's it.
Now we're here.
That's it. Yeah,
Dents
You
in
don't
the
want a
truck.
buggy
because you go
an errant
so
buggy.
you will never ride any parking lot except maybe Aldi because you put the quarter in to get the buggy.
Right.
You'll never ride through a
Poor
parking
people can't
lot
use buggies here
and
anyway.
not see a buggy that's parked randomly somewhere in the
No,
lot.
they're all over the place.
Right. So that's my safest, I guess you would say.
That's a good one.
It's kind of like a tip, you would say, is what I'm trying to give. So now I won't be able to find parking places close to 3 to 4 spaces away from a buggy because I just let the cat out of the bag.
No, hey, listen, I've got a good buggy story. So I was at Walmart in Cochran the other day, and I'm parked.
What's your name?
I'm parked at the woods, like the very far left the road. They only go one way. Like you can't face each other. It's just one way.
Okay, yeah.
And then the next row
You're
over
facing
is a
AJ
row of
store.
2 cars. Right.
Uh-huh.
The next row over is row 2 cars, and that's where the buggy thing is. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We're literally, this is the car, the spot directly behind me is the buggy thing,
Uh-huh.
right? There's a guy parked to my left. I'm coming back out. He's over there unloading his car. I come out. I'm unloading my buggy. He pushes it between his car and my car into like the dirt right there. Probably 3 steps less than turning around and putting it right there. I empty my buggy. I go back over, and as he's like getting all the stuff and finishing up, I walk back over right in front of him, and I grab his buggy and I walk it across the thing over there. And like as I'm coming back, he looks at me and he's just like, "Oh man, if I'd have known it was that close, I would have done it myself." I'm like, "Hey man, whatever makes you feel better." And I got in the car and I pulled off.
That guy was going, sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you would. You know
Sorry.
what I mean? Yeah,
Sorry.
no, I'm telling you, I will
That
take it
is-
back wherever I am.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but if it's flooding down rain, guess what? I'm walking it back.
I'm walking it
It's
back.
the right thing to do.
It's
right.
just
It
the
ain't
right.
that
It's them little
hard.
things, man.
It ain't that hard.
So back when I was in high school.
If we
again,
can, well, never mind. Nobody's going to admit that they leave the buggy. I was going to say in the comments.
Comment down below if you're a real POS.
I never take mine back. I never take mine back.
I never
Watch our
take mine back.
subscribers get cut in half after this
Yeah,
episode.
We're going down
goody
drastically in
two-shoes, uppity
numbers.
bastards just, you know what I'm saying, want to down on people.
I never take my buggy back.
You remember when Food Max was over there? Where
Yeah.
Oh, there's a name right there.
Yeah. Food
Good
Max
God.
was right there off the strip. You know what a strip is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to check, man. I don't
I know
never
what a
know,
strip
man.
is.
So
We have strips being younger. There's just a lot more on them.
Okay. So we would park at Food Max parking lot at the bottom of the parking lot and get in with, whoever was going to be taking their vehicle that night. And I was with my best friend in the entire world, man, at that time, and Chris Shiver. And we was out riding in his car, and we went back. He was dropping me off in my car like at the end of the night, and a buggy was beside my car, and there were 2 like dents, 2 sets of dents in it.
In your car.
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, on the back quarter panel. And he said, somebody has hit your car with this buggy. Because there were 2, you get what I'm saying? 2 sets.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm sure it was probably the wind. And it rolled down here because there was a little bit of a slope. I'm sure that it rolled down here and hit my car. And he said, the buggy got a reversal because it hit it twice. His point was someone hit my car twice, like intentionally, and then left the buggy there. And I'm like, nobody did that.
I bet somebody did.
Nobody did
Somebody
that.
made
That
it.
was the wind. So he's like, okay, when it had a reverse on it, it backed itself up
Came
and
right
did it
back in.
again.
That ain't good enough. Do it
I
again.
always remember that he said that to me. That was hilarious, man. It's funny. Oh my gosh.
So
Take
we're
your
talking
buggy
about
back.
listen, yeah, just take your buggy back, folks.
Buggy
Just take it back or don't use one. You know.
If you hit my car twice, leave a note.
Leave it up front. You know what I mean? Just leave it up front. Anyway,
Leave a note.
we're not even gonna get into that. So Friday, um, Friday after Valentine's Day, Shelly, all she wanted this year was to like go out to eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, okay, she got me a great surprise. She gave me Theo Vaughn tickets.
Oh,
Wonderful surprise. You know what I mean?
dang! How you gonna top that?
Exactly.
Dang up.
And it's not even like the amount because she's gotten me cheaper stuff before.
Yeah.
That was just thought out.
Yeah.
You know, and she knew it was something I needed that I probably wouldn't get for myself. What she's very good at thinking about and just getting great gifts.
That's
Doesn't even
awesome.
have to spend a lot of money. It's not even about the amount. She's just she puts a lot of thought into it. That she's really. I'm not. I like every Christmas, birthday. I just get like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like I don't even care about the money. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that I get you what you want. You know what I mean? I would much rather you just tell me, I'll get it, but there's no surprise there. So I'm thinking this year, okay, I'm gonna come up with something. Um and a coworker was telling me about this restaurant in Atlanta she went to, Sugar Factory, and I'm just like, dang. You know what I mean? That was like 2 weeks ago. And I was just like, dang, I'll get us reservations there. We'll go up there Friday after I get off of work. And, you know, it'll be something new that neither one of us have tried, and it'll be great. Good surprise.
Now I gotta kind of stop you there for just a minute.
You're going to.
Sugar Factory. Is this like a eating joint or is
It
this
is.
like
It's an
a
eating joint.
bakery?
It's one of them restaurant eating joints.
Sugar Factory.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta. Now they specialize in like very like bougie top dollar milkshakes.
Okay.
But they do have a full menu.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Now I'm tracking. Now I'm
Yeah,
tracking.
they do have a full menu. It's a little, I don't know, man. It's kind of more of like a bougie kind of restaurant because it didn't really look high, upscale.
Yeah.
But I mean, the food was very good. Food was very good. You got a decent amount of it. You know what I mean? I thought for the price, it's worth it. If you haven't been, definitely go. You know, it was definitely worth going. So, anyways, we're going up there. We leave a little bit late. I had to change
Does she know where y'all are going?
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
She has no idea.
Okay.
She has no idea this is gonna be a surprise.
She just knows y'all are getting in the vehicle and y'all are
Yes,
going
I'm just like,
somewhere.
hey, we need to leave by like 1:30.
Okay.
We don't leave till 2.
Okay.
Anyways, that's what I had to change the reservation twice on the way up there. Did we catch traffic? Like it took me. It should be like a 2-hour thing to get there. It took us 3 hours to get there. Caught an hour of extra traffic getting up there.
That's understandable.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Like more than usual on a Friday?
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. It was just bad traffic for the day. But like the whole time, I'm just like, and we're like passing places. They're like, we could have got off and just ate. We could have just got on. But I'm just like, nope, we're gonna go. It's gonna be a surprise. I did well. We're gonna be okay. So we get up there. We finally get 3 hour an extra hour extra in traffic. Dude, we finally get up there. We left late, and I'm just like, hey, you know, it's gonna be all right. We get off the exit, and we're like a half a mile from the sugar factory. And I'm just like, all right, this is the hard part now. I got to figure out where to park. And she starts looking around, and she's just like, "Oh, I recognize this. We're up close to the sugar factory." And I'm just like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah." I was just like, "Oh, so you know where to park?" And she's like, "Yeah. When I went to the sugar factory last time, we parked up here to the right." And I'm just like, "You've been here before?" She's like, "Yeah. We were here like 3 years ago with some friends of ours." And at that moment, the night was ruined.
Oh, for sure.
I was just distraught, heartbroken, and I was just like,
No surprise for
I
you.
can't remember what exactly I
So
said.
you thought she'd never been
She
there
was just
before.
like, yeah, I thought she'd never been there before.
What made you think she had?
I had never been there before.
Okay.
I am much more traveled than she
Okay.
is.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
But yeah, so and I'm just like, she was just like, and I was just like, damn it, you know what I mean? And she was just, and she was like, yeah, you can just pull up here to the right.
So do you think
and-
she was wishing she hadn't told you?
Maybe.
You just
Maybe.
rode along with it?
She still, we had a great time. And we joked about it the whole time or whatever, but I was like,
So what kind of vittles do they have at the Sugar Shack?
I don't get it. What's a vittle?
He called it the Sugar Shack.
Okay.
Vittles is food.
Yeah, Vittles is food.
What kind of vittles did they have?
Oh, it's the Sugar Factory.
The
I didn't
Sugar
even catch
Factory,
on that.
yeah.
I'm getting like depressed just remembering this event, dude.
I see that,
I was
dude.
so
I see
what did
that.
you eat? At
Talk it
Sugar
out.
Shack?
we got an appetizer sampler, which is like chicken tenders, chicken wings, their fried macaroni and cheese balls,
Oh.
and their onion rings. All of it was delicious.
Nice. Sounds good.
I got a steak sandwich. It was really like a Philly cheesesteak. I thought it was going to be
Okay.
sliced steak. I didn't really read it.
Was it chopped up steak?
Yeah, it was like chip steak, like
Okay.
Philly cheesesteak style.
Okay.
And then she got some kind of like bacon cheeseburger. But they have much other stuff. They have like pastas and
Okay.
Alfredos and stuff like that. They do quesadillas and tacos.
So it's basically anything that you want.
There's a decent variety. And now usually in places like that, it means, if they're got a bunch of stuff, then everything's kind of decent. But it was good. It wasn't like too overpriced. No,
That was
all
my
right,
next question, obviously.
We should probably spend about $100.
And you said that ain't expensive.
Not for what
Valentine's.
not
Yeah,
what I
not for
and for not
special.
for like the level of what I would
Uh-huh.
consider that to be.
Huh.
Um,
I guess I am just
because you can go to the because I thought about going to the Peachtree West and eating in the Sundial. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
talking about?
That's the one up top that moves.
Yeah, that the Sundial is the one that's on top of the Peachtree Westin Hotel. And it's all the way at the top, and it rotates. Like as you're sitting
You
there,
can see the whole city.
the whole city, like the walls are glass and everything. And as you're sitting and eating, the restaurant is slowly like rotating.
Yeah.
So as you're eating, it's kind of you see the whole cityscape. Those are more like $50 to $60 entrees, depending on what you get.
I was going up there one time, and my principal called me to the office and said, "Don't be throwing food up there in that restaurant that spins around."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Whatever, man." Then I seen him fly by the helicopter and a news
You
conference.
better not do it. I got you. Principal's still on the lookout for Brian throwing food. Yeah. But anyways,
What do you think? What do you think got you the most? Because you weren't able to surprise her?
yeah, because I just wasn't it was still a great time. We enjoyed it. The food
I'm
was
sorry,
good.
man.
But like all I could think about was like we could have saved an hour and a half of traffic and went somewhere in Macon.
I'm sorry, man.
You know?
If I was a better friend and I had known that's what the outcome was going to be, I'd have told you about the Theo Vaughn tickets, bro.
You'd have killed her.
And then when you open them up, you say,
"Oh, that's cool." Surprise. Killed her surprise.
She would have killed
you.
Yeah, we'd have been doing this with us.
it'd be called welcome to Coffee and Catch. There's no third part. No, but the funny thing about those tickets was that she messaged me like 2 weeks before Valentine's Day, and she was, are you around my husband? And I'm like, no, but I'm about to be. Like, I figured she couldn't get in touch with him or something. I figured he might have been taking a nap, and so I was like, no, but I'm about to be. She's like, no. Like, I need you to find out something and be stealth. Like, does he have any vacation days? And I'm like, Shelly, it's January. I'm sure he's got vacation.
I just
days.
re-upped.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm thinking about getting him Theo Vaughn tickets, and I'm going to see Theo Vaughn. Only had an opportunity for one ticket to go see Theo Vaughn.
No, he only decided to get one ticket for.
That's a lie. And I was like,
he didn't even check.
And truly, man, staying in bro code, it bothered me that I couldn't get him to go with me. It just truthfully didn't. He knew that. And so I wouldn't talk about Theo Vaughn. I would not talk about the show until she tells me she got him tickets. And then I start digging at him. Theo Vaughn, April 8th, baby.
It's
going to be so much
fun.
Yeah. April 8th.
Is he doing more shows, man? It's just one night.
No, he's doing 2. Yeah. When are y'all going?
I thought the tickets are for April 4th.
I think it's the 8th. It's on a Thursday.
No, we're definitely going on a Thursday.
Yeah, man, April 4th.
So you're going on the 8th? Are y'all going on the same day?
We're both
going on the 4th.
Y'all get seats beside each other?
I don't think
we can work that out.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm gonna talk to the person to sit beside me and see
hey, can my friend come up here?
If we can swap out. Hey man, you got 2 tickets. Hey man, can you swap my buddy?
Hey man, you want to swap?
Yeah, but I've been kind of jigging at him, at work. I walked down the hall.
Can't wait for Theo.
Right. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's wrong, but it's funny.
It's definitely
wrong, funny now.
But he just doesn't care.
He'd get quiet. He'd get quiet.
Yeah. Go back to sleep. Oh
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Man, I think we just call it,
Take us
Yeah.
home, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, everybody. I hope that we had some of the audio issues from previous episodes kind of worked out. Back in the day when I went to go home and like edit these, I would listen to it, you know what I mean, to make sure everything was fine all the way through. I no longer do that.
Yeah.
Well,
I think about like on the way
Yeah.
home, I'll think about what I want to clip out for the intro, but like I'm just not listening to the whole episode
No,
again.
no,
like I'm just not.
no.
I know.
no, buddy.
So
You lived it. You lived it.
Brian usually listens. Like, and when I listen to the episodes, I probably time I put them on mute. I don't even watch them anymore. But Brian will listen to it and tell me. Hopefully, we got some of this audio stuff worked out and it sounded much better this time. We'll see. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors, Buckeye Preferred Services and Emerald City Suites. If you need either of those people, their links are going to be down in the description. Be sure to reach out to them. If you need each one of their specific services, tell them we sent you. They'd love to hear that.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't already, if you liked anything during this video, hit that like button. It really goes a long way to help out the algorithm.
And comments do too, man.
Yeah, comments do too. Any kind of interaction.
Any kind of interaction. Man.
Any kind of interaction, subscribes, likes, comments, even if you comment just, down there, this one was stupid. Brian's an idiot.
Anything.
Chris is gorgeous. That one might get you killed.
Not promoting you to life.
Don't comment that one actually. No. Or you can just comment it. It doesn't matter. Just the interaction helps out. It doesn't really matter. But we appreciate all the support we've had thus far.
Oh yeah.
If you got t-shirts, they should be coming back out to you. Reach out. Derek's got a list of most of them that he's supposed to be getting out to them. Reach out to us if you haven't received a t-shirt already. We'd love to get your money because we're sitting on t-shirts and we'd rather have that money. So be sure to reach out to us and get up with us about that. If you're interested in doing any advertising with us, we got some pretty good opportunities available. You can reach out to us at our email address, which is coffeeandcatchuppc@gmail.com. It just popped up on the bottom of your screen.
That's cool how you did that.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty fine with it.
You are?
I'm pretty fine with it. But if nobody has anything else,
I just want to say I was talking to a friend of mine
there we
through
go. We
text
gotta
the
do
other
something
day,
else.
and they made a comment that
It says bring it home with something else to say.
It just popped in his head.
It just popped in my head. I thought it was funny, and they said something about they were crazy, and I'm like, yeah, you just wait to hear some of my alien abduction stories. And they said, have you ever been abducted by aliens? And I said, they brought me back the next morning.
That's why I couldn't wrap it up.
Thank y'all for watching.
I appreciate everything. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.